since I don't know when. You and I, we just pretend that we were lost on some forgotten road. We would always play that game, go where nobody knows our name, just go wherever the wind would blow. Now the world is open wide, you and I should take a ride, roll the windows down, jump in, let's go! Let's go everywhere, freedom blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be. No regrets, ready, set, let's go! Pouring rain, sunny skies, we don't care, 'cause you and I have got to be a million miles from home. Desert wind, trees of green, and everything there in between. There's a place we've never seen. Let's go everywhere, freedom blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be. No regrets, ready, set, let's go! Let's go everywhere, freedom blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be. No regrets, ready, set, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for my hand there. Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome back. This is I missed a week or so. Got real busy and couldn't get around to getting getting to this. So now I want to get back on track. This is my Facebook Live video series where I'm discussing each track of my new record, Beautiful Brand New Day. Those of you that are new, I did a record, first time I've ever done a record on that's just me. It's always been me playing with someone else or singing with somebody else or producing somebody else, and it's never been just me. So these are all songs that I wrote by myself, songs that were sitting around that I weren't sure if they would see the light of day, just because they're not the most commercial things in the whole world. But I wanted to get them out there because I was real proud of some of the things that I'd written and just wanted to put it out there. So it's available on iTunes. It's also available on Apple Music. It's available on Spotify. I'm not saying go buy it, but I would appreciate it if you would give it a listen. If you somewhere you can listen to it for free, that's totally fine. But anyway, so I've been busy. We just got back from Denver. We did Six Wire did a show with Charles Eston, Chip Eston. On Friday in Denver at the Grizzly Rose, which is a really fun club that we play. We've all kind of played it before. Everybody plays there. It's a lot of fun. It's always a really great crowd, and that was a lot of fun. And then we did a show a couple weeks ago with John Elefante from Kansas and Mickey Thomas from Starship and Lou Graham from Foreigner, where we were the band behind them, and tons of fun to play those iconic songs with those guys. It's absolutely unbelievable. We got some really great, cool things coming up in December. I'm looking so forward to some stuff with Alice Cooper, Rob Halford from Judas Priest, Richard Page from Mr. Mister, all kinds of really, really great things that are coming up. We're so excited. I'll have more details about that later. The last time I did one of these, I had kind of hinted around that I had some good news, and I think I can officially say what it is now. There is I have a 4-year-old, as most of you know, and she is constantly watching these kids shows. And I have an outlet in Los Angeles. A buddy of mine named Sean Mulligan at Rocksteady Productions out there, and they're always sending me opportunities to write some things. And I've written several things. Some of these songs actually were written for movies or TV placement, and which is why they're a little bit left of center and why they're not necessarily fitting in any specific box. So so anyway, one that came across my email, and he had given me an opportunity to throw my hat in the ring to try to write a song for a kids TV show. And so I did it because kids TV shows are playing around here all the time, and some of my favorite parts about the shows are the theme songs. And so anyway, I submitted one, and I got it. And I'm now I've written and produced the theme song for a new kids show called Ricky Zoom that's going to be airing in 2019, and it's really it's a huge deal, and I'm so excited, and I'm playing everything and singing everything at the moment. Reagan's actually singing. Hey Kirk, thanks man, I appreciate all the well wishes. I appreciate that. It's a really big deal. I'm super excited. And Wrigley's actually singing on it. And if I get clearance from the show is based in England and in France, and if I get clearance from all those guys after we get all the paperwork signed, and everything, they may not want me to put it out there, but I might give you a little sneak peek. But it's really cute, and it's a cool little song. It's a little rock song, what it is, and Wrigley singing on it and Reagan singing on it. It's just a lot of fun. So anyway, so that was my good news, and that kind of segues nicely into the song we're going to talk about today, because that situation with the kids TV show was the exact same situation that I wrote. This was an opportunity that I wrote this song for. This song is called "Let's Go." It's track I believe 5 or 6 on my record. Well, I'll tell you here. It's it is track 7. So I've done 7. This is my 7th one of these things. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying doing this, by the way. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's a lot of fun. Again, I'll be answering any questions anybody has at the end. Reagan's downstairs watching as well, and she's keeping track of who's asking questions. This things go by pretty fast on here while I'm talking. I can't really look at all of them, but if I miss something, she's going to come up here and she's going to answer any questions anybody might have. And so anyway, so this song is called "Let's Go," and what the opportunity was a television commercial for, and I don't remember which, even maybe they didn't even tell me which car it was, but there was a car commercial where these people are just they're getting in a car and they're traveling, and and basically they're all just looking around. Probably a lot of special effects and things like that, if I remember right, where they're going to be looking at things and just kind of just a bunch of people in the car having fun, that kind of thing. So they had a couple of some temporary music that they use, and said, here, write something that's kind of like this. So anyway, my thought was, let me pull this down just a little bit. My thought was on this, just to my knee-jerk reaction, when I'm writing things like this, usually whatever kind of pops into my head, I kind of feel like that's kind of, my gut tells me that's kind of what I should go with. So I kind of felt like I wanted to do kind of a Lumineers, that kind of a vibe, kind of a almost Americana, kind of a loose production, vibey, like maybe a bunch of people gathered around a microphone having fun, that kind of thing. Of course, it's just me, so I played every instrument on most of these tracks on this record, including this one, and including the drums and everything else. And we'll go through that in just a minute. But I just kind of had this idea of making it almost kind of country, but with kind of a, you know, a little bit more of a alternative sort of vibe with the lyric and with the melody and things like that. So so I started with this. And which is kind of, it's a very train beat, you know, country kind of. And so I just kind of started writing some lyrics like that, kind of would make them feel like they were free spirits, you know, and just trying to keep in the vibe of what the commercial was. And again, when you're writing songs, when you're writing country songs, you have a certain amount of parameters. Whatever's playing on the radio, you kind of got to shoot for the radio. And this was exact opposite. The box, there is no box when you're writing these kinds of songs. You can basically do whatever you want. And if you want to submit something that's completely out of whack, then you're probably not going to get it. But so I just kind of was taking a shot at maybe things being a little bit it's very acoustic, very band oriented kind of a vibe, even though it's just me being the band. But anyway, so I just kind of started writing lyrics. Ever since I don't know when, you and I, we just pretend that we were lost on some forgotten road. We would always play that game, go where nobody knows our name, just go wherever the wind would blow. Now the world is open wide, you and I should take a ride, roll the windows down, jump in, let's go. And so that was kind of the vibe, but, you know, again, real free-spirited. And so melodically, I wanted to do something that was more, that was a little bit more pop influenced in the melody. So ever since I don't know when, you and I, we just pretend we were lost on some forgotten road. We would always play that game, go where nobody knows our name, just go wherever the wind will blow. Now the world is open wide, you and I should take a ride, roll the windows down, jump in, let's go. So, like I've said in all my other videos, I always want my choruses to just go. I call it the chorus exploding. I've said that like in every video, so if you're sick of it, I apologize. But that's kind of what that's the metaphor in my head when I'm writing. I want my choruses to be special, to be like this is the chorus. No doubt, this is the chorus. So I kind of change. It sounds like it changes keys, but it doesn't. But it just goes to the 5 chord, which is the D if you're in the key of G. Roll the windows down. Let's go everywhere, free and blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'm gonna be. No regrets. Let's go. So. That's kind of really this. There's not a whole ton to talk about this song as far as the way it was written. That's pretty much the vibe of it. Pouring rain, sunny skies, we don't care because you and I have got to be a million miles from home. Desert wind, trees of green, and everything there in between. There's a place we've never seen. Let's go. So and it's just kind of what it was, and that was the vibe of the commercial. That was the notes that were given to me. And that's just what I went with it, you know. And I think we got a little bit close on this one. I don't think we ended up, you know, we didn't get super far with it, but it was fun to write. And again, as with most of the content on this record, it's just one of those kind of songs that was there, and I wanted to be. I just liked it, and I wanted to include it on the record. Now, as far as probably the more interesting part of this is the actual production of it. The things that I did and the some of the little production tricks that I did were pretty interesting. Let me turn this around and you guys can see what's going on the screen here. I see Buddy Blaze and Lucretia talking to you. How you guys doing? Thanks for checking in. Buddy Blaze is he makes guitars for me, and he is a monster guitar maker. So anyway, so on this song here, like I say, I was kind of doing kind of a Lumineers sort of vibe. They're the ones that do that song, Hey Ho or Ho Hey, I can't remember which one it is, but I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. That song, I love that song. I love the production of it because it's just so, you know, in a world where everything tries to be perfect, which is, I'm completely guilty of trying to make everything exactly perfect. It's not perfect. It's a little bit loose, and it's a little bit, everybody maybe even singing off pitch a little bit, but it's vibey and it's cool, and so I kind of channeled that when I was doing this record. I just kind of felt like that's the vibe that it needed, a little bit more of a hippie vibe instead of this being some polished thing, you know. To the point where I even, like, well, here I'll play a little bit of the track here.
Ever since I don't know when, you and I, we just pretend that we were lost on some forgotten road. We would always play that game, go where nobody knows our name, just go wherever the wind would blow. Now the world is open wide, you and I should take a ride, roll the windows down, jump in, let's go! Go everywhere, freedom blowing through our hair, we'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be, no regrets, ready, set, let's go!
So, like I say, it's not a typical, for me, it's not a typical, you know, a real sonic, you know, not everything is perfectly in its place. Everything's a little bit, like the drums were, you know, pretty simple. It's not this big, huge thing. And even the drums, even like the snare drum, yeah, it's kind of just a real country feel, and which I kind of liked on that. And I did some things on this that I don't typically do. I doubled my vocal, which is not something I do. It's a very Beatlesy thing to do, and well, actually, tons of people do that. I just don't seem to do it very much.
Ever since I don't know when, you and I, we just pretend that we were lost on some forgotten road. We would always play that game, go where nobody knows our name.
So there's two lead vocals going through this entire song, and I did something that for me was also a little bit unusual. I just kind of just let the song roll, and I just was just making noise, clapping my hands, you know, patting on my lap, things like that, you know. And this is so I had a bunch of this kind of stuff going on. Which is, and background vocals, you know.
Let's go! Freedom blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be. No regrets, ready, set, let's go! Nah, nah.
I don't know. I just whatever struck me. That's what I did. And it was just, and I had, you know, things like, I had a lot of tambourine, that kind of stuff going on, and even in the, let me get down here where the guitars are. There's no electric guitar on this song at all, which is another very unusual thing for me. I'm kind of an electric guy, you know. So I stacked these acoustics. And I even stuck a banjo on it. intentionally left it a little bit out of tune just because that was kind of the vibe of it. Well, actually, what it was, I was playing it and I realized that it was out of tune, but I didn't hate it, so I just kind of left the. I just kind of left it, and.
Ready, set, let's go!
So when I got to the bridge, as I typically do with my own record, which is really unusual for an electric lead guitar player that I am, I don't typically play a lot of solos on my records, and I'm still trying to figure out why, but I just don't. I like the sound of a song just going a completely different direction. So I did this.
No regret. Ready, set, let's go!
So what I did was I basically just started. I did what I wanted to do on the lead vocal, and I just kind of off the cuff just started singing some things on this bridge. Here I'll kind of play what I did vocally. No real rhyme or reason. It's just one of those things, just kind of in the studio by myself, just experimenting and honestly not even really going back and fixing very much. I just kind of went through it and just kind of let things roll so it would sound as live and organic as possible. I also had this weird little it almost sounds acoustic, but it's a keyboard that I'm so at the end of this, I just started going kind of crazy with all the background vocals and why is it not working here? Oh, hang on, it's the wrong part. So.
Let's go! Let's go everywhere. Freedom blowing through our hair. We'll go fast and we'll go nice and slow. Only you and me know where that I'd rather be. No regrets. Ready, set, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So anyway, so there's a little inside scoop on how I wrote and recorded "Let's Go" on my record. I don't know. I don't know if we have any questions or that, but I'm going to try to get back on this again next week as well. All of these episodes, if you want to go back and look at them, they're all on my website on stevemandile.com. If you're interested in it, it's kind of instead of liner notes. And on that note, I am planning to do a physical CD. I was going to try to do it within the last couple weeks, but it's been too. I just got too busy. I didn't get a chance to get to it. You got to put it all together and get everything all figured out. I need to figure out a place for lyrics to live online and things like that. And I'm probably not going to be able to put the lyrics on the CD itself, but some people have asked for lyrics and things like that. You know, I really, like I said, I really appreciate you guys taking an interest in the record and things like that. It's very flattering, and I know some of you guys have downloaded it and things like that. I'm not asking everybody not trying to ask everybody to buy my record, but I just want you to listen to it if you get a chance. You know, 'cause I'm pretty proud of it, and I'm gonna see if Reagan is down there and has any questions. I don't know what's going on. My garage door is going up. So, oh, never mind. What? Oh. Anyway, so there's a question. Oh, hey, Darren. Darren Hurst, another fantastic guitar player. It was a ganjo, not a banjo. And a ganjo is a.
Don't forget me.
Okay.
If you can read my handwriting,
Oh.
then you can do that. But she can't find yak, so I'm trying to help her.
She's missing
Yeah.
her.
Buffalo emergency.
She's
here.
missing her buffalo that she got from her Mimi and Papa.
Me and Papa.
Meme and Papa. Sorry, I get it confused. There's so many, and so many names. Anyway, no, it was a. You want to say hi to everybody? Don't push any buttons.
Hi.
Okay, now she's gonna act like all crazy. Honestly, the ganjo that I had. It's the cheapest one. I swear it's a Dean, and it's just basically it's strung like a guitar, but it's a banjo, and so you just kind of just pick on it and you get banjo sounds out of a guitar. I don't know how to play 5-string banjo. I'm not that talented, but anyway, that's what it is, and that's what I do when I do those kinds of things. Let me shut this door. Sorry. Let's see what I got here. Besides the Opry and the Ryman and the Bluebird, any venues that are meaningful or special to me? Meaningful and special. I mean, there are ones that I, ones that I played. You know, like when I first got the job with Lee Greenwood, we played at Ruth Eckerd Hall in St. Petersburg, Florida, and that always has a special place in my heart. I really like playing there. I always like playing in Texas, obviously, anywhere I can go get a Whataburger, and especially we play at Billy Bob's pretty often with Chip, which is a lot of fun. We're going to be there in January, actually, and right down the street from Joe T. Garcia's, which is amazing Mexican food. So, super important things like where are we going to eat when we go do a gig. But the Opry is always amazing. The Bluebird again is always amazing. I never get tired of doing a ride around at the Bluebird. But the Opry but the playing at the Opry at the Ryman is you can be as jaded as you want to be, and you get a chance to play at the Ryman, and it's very, very special. Anyway. Where do I see my career in 5 years? Wow. Well, I honestly, I would be. It'd be like silly to even try to say where I see it. I don't know. I'm just trying to just do what I do and just support my family and just love making music for a living. I'm very, very blessed to be able to do what I get to do. It's not everybody gets to, and I know how special it is to be able to not just be a musician, but to do something that you love to do. I'm sure a lot of people out there love to do what they do, and that's a gift. And but as far as seeing my career, I mean, you can make plans, and then God will just laugh, and He'll take you some other way. And so I try not to envision too many things. All I'm going to keep doing is keep doing what I do, and hopefully things will continue to work out. But do I play banjo and mandolin? I do play mandolin. I don't play banjo. I showed my little banjo secret there. So coming back up. You can come in. I did see a question. What was it?
We can't find yak.
You can't find yak. Yak is a buffalo. It's a little brown buffalo. And, he's black too. Sorry, he's black too. You don't know where he is? This is a big deal. Can't find yak. Anyway, I guess that's, That's all the questions right now. I guess I got to go I got to go buffalo hunting. So I'm going to sign off. But thanks, guys, so much for watching. And thanks for checking in. Next week is going to be a song called Down, which is a total rocker, cool song. I'm real proud of that one. And I'm sorry, what?
I think I just want you to look for yak, and me want to look for yak, and mommy to look for yak.
We're all going to look for yak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, wish us luck. Thanks for checking in, and hopefully see you guys next week.